Billy liked Neuer, the goalie,
Oh yeah,
Neuer, lower a half goal in the Germany game. So and he got that over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
I'm loaded up on that, and I like the confidence because this is going to be. If you're listening to the podcast now, you already know if Malcolm's full of shit.
Well, and I like a 0-0 first half. One, I always enjoy a nice first half. So
you love no scoring.
Two, if nothing's gonna happen, you got to get some cash on it. So, and it's a fun sweat, betting for nothing to happen. But I like the handicap. Malcolm, what do you like? What do you fancy? I'll translate for you. What do you fancy on the weekend slate here?
Going into the tournament, the first thing I'd say to anyone who was having a bet on it is look for some early trends, because particularly the authorities tend to mess around with these tournaments. They'll give out directives for things like cards and penalty kicks, and you need to be quick to get on them before the teams adjust, and particularly before the books adjust. So if you start seeing, they've issued a new directive whereby apparently only the captain of the team is allowed to speak to the referee. And if anyone else says anything, it's going to be an instant yellow card. Well, you've watched enough football to know that they're all a bunch of petulant children. And the minute anything goes on, they're all surrounding the referee. So they could be throwing yellow cards around like confetti. If that happens tonight, fill your boots tomorrow and Sunday, because by Monday, the books will adjust. So little trends like that. And the same with goals. If you start to see a lot of overs, the tournament will carry on in that vein. If you're seeing a lot of cagey games, then the tournament will carry on in that vein as well. So if you see a trend, get amongst it, get onto it. I think we are going to be quite a low key weekend. I quite like the unders, and I quite like a lot of draws. I'm looking at Hungary versus Switzerland tomorrow. I like the draw in that game. Just because of the format of the tournament, it's really quite hard to get knocked out in the first round. Only 8 of the 24 teams will go home after the first round. Hungary and Switzerland will both have their eyes on the Scotland game. That's their winnable game. They'll be happy with a draw tomorrow. They'll almost just carve it up. A 1-1 draw. We have the 1-1 draw of the week on the Premier League show, and that's gone out to 6-1 is the 1-1 draw.
I like
the draw in the Spain-Croatia game. And if you're looking for an underdog, my underdog of the weekend will be Slovenia, who take on Denmark. Denmark are so dull, it's incredible. They have about 9 different ways of playing, and they're all as dull as the last one. The manager does like a tactical tweak, but it's never exciting in any way. In Slovenia, are a nice price, plus 425. Slovenia to roll over Denmark. And then I think it's worth touching on England as well. England play on Sunday night, and they take on Serbia. That's the one where I do like goals. That's really the only game of this weekend where I've pivoted to a more open attacking game, because England are full of goals. The front half of their pitch is really good. They've got some premium players. They've got some of Europe's top talent in the front half of the pitch. But the defence looks dodgy. It looks really shaky. They've got quite a few injuries. And even this couple of the second stringers that they're playing are going to have to play. There's question marks about them. There's a couple of players playing out of position in the back four. In Serbia, have got some good attacking players. So I think we can see goals in that one. Both teams to score is even money in the Serbia-England game. And Harry Kane, anytime goal scorer at plus 110. He's a top class player, Kane. He'll be on penalties. He'll be on a lot of the free kicks as well. So you get lots of value for your money on Kane. When England score, it's normally through Harry Kane. So yeah, that's a lot of my plays for this weekend.
Yeah, a lot to unpack. First off, keep an eye on the games early if there's some trends, and it seems like similar to how
that rule is. There's no way that they're going to hold that, right? That's very rugby of them to make the captains only rule, but that does seem like it's going to fail miserably if they enforce it, right?
Absolutely, I can't see. Yeah. But it's just instinct. The first time a free kick's given tonight, you'll see, especially the Scottish, little aggressive Scottish midfielders. And Portugal are the same. You can't see Cristiano Ronaldo or Bruno Fernandes, people like that, who make a living out of trying to influence the referee. That's a part of what they do as players, is try and influence the game. I can't see it sticking. But we saw it in the last tournament. It was injury time. Do you remember stoppage time in the World Cup? Where we play 45 minutes, and then they would put up 12 minutes of stoppage time, and it didn't really last very long penalties might be another angle where the video assistant referee, suddenly every little shirt tug in the penalty area, they review it and give a penalty. So if you see a penalty tonight and a penalty in the first game tomorrow, start back in the penalties. Another angle. If they enforce it, the cards market are going to be absolutely wild, right?
Oh, it'll be bonkers. So, Malcolm, if you had to give out your lock of these plays, and you gave out a bunch,
well, the Switzerland Hungary draw. The Swiss love a good draw.
Yeah, they're happy to stay out of. Hey, we can just be neutral in this thing.
I don't have a good Hungary draw anecdote, but I like that.
I'm seeing plus 225 here, but again, shop around. But what would you say is your lock for the weekend here, Malcolm?
I'll take the both teams to score in the England v Serbia game at even money.
Well, because you also like you also like the over. I don't know. We don't have the total yet. Is it going to be 2.5?
Yeah, it will be 2.5. I can try and fetch that up for you now. Yeah, very much in the Premier League last year, 3.5 was the new 2.5. Because it was goals galore. But I don't think we're going to see that here. Over 2.5 here is -111, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. I'm in on that. And so, sir, what's your take real quick? What's your take on England for the tournament as a whole? I know some drama coming in. How say you on this English team? Do you think do they have an easy path? How say you?
The team themselves, the squad is really good. It's absolutely packed with talent. But England nearly always find a way to mess it up. The manager is a really very dull man. But this time around, he seems to be taking the handbrake off. He's the sort of man who leaves his dinner to stand for 2 minutes when he's taking it out of the microwave. That's the sort of bloke we're dealing with here.
Plays it very safe.
Yes, but this time round, he's actually making some noises as if he's just going to let them go and play. I just don't think the defence will hold up in the really big spots. I've got them going to the semi-final and getting knocked out by France. So they should go deep. They've got incredible players, but just that defence, I think will let them down. In the, like I say, semi-final against France. And what was the rest of your question? I forgot.
No, just basically what you're.
Everyone from England seems to feel the same way about England.
Yeah, I mean, Billy was telling us that the general consensus in England was like, "Hey, well, obviously we're going to get to the semis against France," and people are already like breaking down the matchup against France, and he was saying like, "Hey, not so fast. You know, we can't look ahead of it."
Same thing. Defense is missing some key pieces.
Yeah, and to Malcolm's point, he thinks there could be some goals scored there.
Yeah.
Very cool that Underdog Fantasy they're offering euros in the market. I just threw out Billy's play like Neuer lower a half goal. Underdogfantasy.com promo code SGPN. I had to take the screenshots and send them over to Malcolm. They don't have Underdog Fantasy yet over there across the pond, although maybe coming soon because I know you guys have some of the other guys over there. What any Underdog of fantasy plays you like, Malcolm?
Do you want me to take out the Germany-Scotland game that starts tonight and we'll go from tomorrow?
Why don't we leave that guy out for people who aren't listening live? Maybe they're catching this early Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, anything you like on Underdog?
Yeah, so I've got 5 plays here. I don't know what the odds will be. Wow. Maybe you can plumb them in for me as we go. We'll start with the Hungary v Switzerland game.
Right, you got
I'm
this.
on it. I'm on it.
You on it? Come on, you can do this. Actually, just harking back to that Germany game, Sean, I did pick Kai Havertz on the fouls market, just really for old time's sake, after he completely screwed the company bet.
Our company happy hour Underdog Fantasy pick'em went down in horrific fashion.
We had lower 1.5 fouls, and he had 2 fouls in the first.
Yeah, I go. All we need is no fouls, and then immediately there's a foul. I'm like, well, that can't be Kai Havertz, can it? And I'm like, motherfucker.
Pretty hilarious stuff.
Great stuff.
You can have him higher on the fouls market tonight, Sean. He's in there.
All right.
So for tomorrow, Switzerland, Ryan, Fabian Schär,
yes.
Schar. We're going to go. This is a bit of a homer play because Fabian Schär plays for Newcastle. He's a centre half, but he's a bit of a luxury item, and he does like getting forward. So we're going higher than half a shot. Doesn't have to be on target. but higher than half an attempt on goal from
Nice.
Fabian Schär. Have you got that?
Yep. I'm in.
Okay. We'll stay with Switzerland. And Nico Elvedi, the centre back who plays for Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. Over is not a word we use. Higher than half a foul for Nico Elvedi.
Oh, all right.
Company
Great
man.
work there. Great work.
Nice. I'm in.
Good catch, wasn't it?
Next.
Very good catch.
That was beautiful.
Okay, so we're going to leave that game. We'll go to Croatia versus Spain, Ryan. And we're looking at the Spanish goalkeeper, Unai Simon, who is going to concede a goal. Croatia are going to get on the score sheet here. So higher than half a goal allowed for Unai Simon. Yeah, you're nodding. You got that?
I'm in. Yeah, I'm locked in.
And then we've got 2 from the Italy-Albania game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The Albanian goalkeeper, I imagine Italy will lay siege to the Albanian goal for the most part of this one. So higher than 3.5 saves. His name is Erit Berisha.
Yep.
You got him?
I know Berisha. I'm a big Albanian
big fan of his work, yeah. The Albanian football gambling podcast coming soon. And the Italian striker, who's going to have all of those shots, is Gianluca Scamacca. So we're going higher on the shots for Scamacca. And those are the 5 plays.
Do we want shots attempted or shots on target? Shots attempted.
Not on target. No, he's a bit of a wild flyer. So, yeah, just attempted.
Kramer,
okay, so we had a lot of chalk in there.
Give us a rapid fire. What do we got?
We got a bunch. Well, I like that we have a bunch of hires, first of all.
Yes.
Yes.
You want me to say all these names? We got Schär from Switzerland, the defensive minded go forward guy is going to get higher than a half shot. That's a 0.8x. Elvedi, defenseman for Switzerland, I think is going to get higher than a half foul, 0.75x. We got Simone, the goalkeeper from España, going to allow higher than a half goal. That's 0.75x. Then we got Berisha, the goalkeeper from Albania, who's going to have higher than 3.5 saves, 0.95x. And then the guy taking all the shots, who, by the way, in the picture on Underdog has frosted tips, Scamacca. He's going to be 0.85x for higher than 2.5 shots attempted. Total 6.03x. So that's not bad. That's like a 15 point dog.
That's a big dog.
Yeah, big dog.